Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Train Fever with the North Atlantic map. I'm starting here. This is Harebear. I've just been poking around Harebear to see how it's getting on, and well, moreover, I've been looking to see why it has this enormous traffic jam going on. And I'm going to go out on a limb and suggest that it's down to the AI having built this brake test for various people. So we're gonna get rid of that. Well, what do you know? That fixed the traffic in one hit there. Yes, the AI had opted to build something frankly ludicrous in there. So hopefully that will sort itself out. I've also just kind of double checked that I've got all the necessary tram track in place to complete the circuit. I think I have, but I might have missed some. Anyway, that's not what we're going to focus on right now. What we are going to focus on right now, that's a bridge. It's not a train. You thought it was a train. It's not. It's a bridge. Today, with 40 million in the bank, we are going to look. Let's orient ourselves in a way that makes some sort of geographical sense. Yes, today the plan is to sort out the Megaroute. I've not thought this through, but the Metroliner is now available, and as such, it's high time we got some money out of that. So USA Megaroute, here we go. So it is losing a smidge of cash right now, but you know, that's okay. Now the grand scheme, eventually, is that I change up a lot of the routes that I've got going on in order to yeah, there we go. In order to make them more profitable, basically. So the Megaroute itself is possibly not best equipped to make, you know, gangbusters levels of cash. Although it did in the early days, it was making all the readies that it was possible to make. So, you know, maybe we'll get it there again. But initially, what I want to do is just make sure, and this is going to be a pain. I want to get the whole thing electrified and high-speeded, as far as rail is concerned, and then we shall upgrade the steam. I mean, it's 1970, for crying out loud. I am behind the times quite a bit, but I want to make sure. Yeah, we've got high speed running down here. Yeah, I want to make sure that I've done the whole of the track, and then we're going to put Metroliners on it, and everything will be amazing, or else. There you go. That's a relatively straightforward objective there. Now, it is a phenomenally good route in terms of the scenery it takes in and the distance it travels and so forth. And you know, we'll pass many of our friends as we journey today. What have we got? 25 on board. Not enough. You're also going very slowly, but that's not going to last forever. We'll have that fixed. So as you can see, these are all Megaroutes here, but what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to do half of it. I'm following the right-hand side right now, and we shall follow it all the way around until we're back at the beginning. This is not the first time I have endeavoured to upgrade this track, and as such, I know already that it is a monstrous pain in the backside to adequately get all of it. Right, here we go. Weber. Now, just while we're in the vicinity of Weber, this junction here, I hate it. It works kind of, but it does lead to more queuing than is desirable. I was half hoping that someone was going to prove my point there, but I guess not. Yeah, it leads to significantly more queuing than is ideal, and as such, I want to fix that up. Now, this I believe is also the Sukitani route. What are you? Are you a Megarouter? You are a Megarouter. How fast are you going? 50. Yeah. Okay. So I believe the Metroliner is it 78? It tops out at something like that. It's not very fast. But what it is faster than what we're currently rolling. Okay, good. Right, so we've reached the other end of the line here, so we can. Interesting. Oh, okay, it's just this last section. Right, well, we might as well get the lot since we're here. Make sure we're fully electrified. Yeah, because, I mean, the recent kind of thrust, story-wise, has been that we're endeavouring to make ourselves profitable once again, as we were in the early stages. And this is going to resolve? This is going to revolve? No, still not the word you want. Require? Sure, okay, go for it. You keep going, man. You've got them on the edge of their seat. Yeah, this is going to require upgrades in terms of train services, reducing the number of trains overall. Does it back on itself? That seems like a very strange thing to do. All right, well, we know we've got round as far as Tellman's main station. Apologies for the somewhat choppy camera angle while I zip around the place, but I figure we didn't need to do this in slow motion. Right, okie doke, right. And then once I've got all of this, you know, up into the modern era, we'll look at a few new route ideas. Right, you're now upgraded. Were you also electric? No, you weren't. You see, that's the kind of thing that would have caught me out, but not today. For today, I am not being caught out. There we go. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, all of these, that's all Megaroute running there. And yeah, and in order to get the most out of the Megaroute, the other thing I'm going to have to do, or rather I really should do, is set some in-town transit in each of the towns. And you know, for those of you who watch regularly and keep up to speed with the thrust of conversation in the comments, there are some Tram fans out there. So trams are going to feature quite heavily in my my in-town transit solution that we end up applying. We were already done here at Colesver. Yeah, that's all electrified. That's all good to go. Excellent. Okay, good. Now here we go. Here's a bit that needs some attention. Bang some of that on. Give it a bit of this, as much as that kills off my passengers. And then this would appear to be the end of the road. Really? Yeah. Colesver goes back to Frenchton. Okay, fine. Good. Fine. Right, in that case, we've made it. So, I need to kind of evaluate how many trains to stick on here. Now, I could just chance it and upgrade all of them, but I think that maybe one or two retirements may be worthwhile. Right, what are we currently rolling? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 trains on this circuit. Equally, I think they're also some of the oldest stuff that I'm running at the moment. Let's have a look. Pack commute, yes, they're trams. I can live with that. Yeah, Megarouters. So these are all over the age of well, when they realistically should be replaced. So I'm going to chance it. I'm going to try just replacing them all initially, and we'll see how we get on, because the Metroliner is actually, I'm not going to say it's cheap, but it's not that expensive a train to pick up. 125. It does 125. Oh, fantastic. Oh, this is going to make all the difference in the world. Right, yeah, we'll take it. 81 passengers is good. Yeah. 2.36, so that's going to come in at a shade over 20 million, all told. And we'll know if we've missed any electrification as soon as one of them gets upgraded. As soon, any of them could go at any time. Oh, there we go. We've got one. Right, congratulations. You're going to be my first volunteer to see if this is going to work or not. You're upgraded, and now you just sat there. Nope, we are rolling. Okay, so yeah, so standard. I mean, it was kind of picked out in the comments last time around that there was a failure liner also available, Regrettably, the failure liner doesn't do what I had hoped. My intention was to duplicate the train multiple different times with a different livery in each case, because the Metroliner is such a useful utilitarian vehicle in the late game for kind of North American approach to things, where you can use it on just about every passenger service you can imagine. I'm going to be using a lot of them, and therefore a little bit of variety in appearance at least would have been good. Now, Onion Jack, if you're watching, a quick pointer would be most well. Onion Jack, for those of you who don't know, is a seriously good modder. And if he gives me a pointer on how I can basically just duplicate one train and then reskin it half a dozen different times, that would be tremendous. Okay, right, what have we got waiting here? Megaroute's got 33 on it, and that's the problem, is I'm just not getting the number of passengers to come and ride the trains these days, and this has happened through the reorganisation. So, I mean, Sukatani Christmas, for example, was an extraordinarily profitable route, and then I changed the trains for something a little bit more modern, and all of a sudden, I'm barely breaking even on it. How many of you got on board? 34. That's a little bit more like it, but again, we're not going to save our financial skins unless we can do something a little bit more profitable. Anyway, I'm going to treat that as a problem that has come into being as a result of my upgrading the track and electrifying and so on recently, because that will wipe passengers from the station. And I daren't look at my balance to see which way it's going, because we're barely clinging on in there. The good news is that these new Metroliners, the one thing they will definitely accomplish is we will lower our running costs a touch, because those old steam trains were costing a pretty penny in maintenance alone. So there you go. There's a Sukatani right now. What do you see? 11. And it's just not good enough. But hey, we are. I mean, this is infrastructure central where we're running through at the moment. So whether I go bankrupt or not, it really doesn't matter. It all looks great. Admittedly, not the aim of the game. Just looking great alone is never going to tick your box for profits. There you go. Now, I am running at standard speed, which, some of you will say, finally, he's running at standard speed, and I'm having to, because my frame rate is really starting to struggle under the weight of the amount of stuff that I'm running in the game now. And to be honest, I don't know how much longer this is actually going to be viable to watch. It could be down to the number of different kind of consists, locomotives that I'm running. Given that I've got 3 DLC packs effectively, or 3 DLC settings plumbed in, there is a hefty amount of variety in the stuff that I'm running. Look at that. That's some scenery right there. In fact, that we might take that as your screenshot of the week. There you go. There's a good one in there somewhere. I'm sure of it. Very pretty. Very attractive. I like it. Meanwhile, are you getting close to your advertised top speed? 125 apparently. Well, I mean the predecessor did 50, so. The 90 that we're pushing now is already a significant improvement, but this is not the most luxurious way to travel. That goes without saying. But if you don't like the looks of this electric number, I have to apologise, because you're going to be seeing a lot of them. And maybe it's a spacing issue. Maybe that's the problem that I've got right now, is that I need to be spacing trains out a little bit more along the stretch of the Megaroute. But I am at a bit of a loss to explain why I'm just losing money on this route at the rate that I am doing. See, look, here's another one that hasn't even upgraded yet. And it does have 67 on board. So, interesting. So the next leg must be quite a significant one. Likewise, actually, yeah, I mean, while we're waiting for stuff to upgrade, they will be adjusting their spacing all on themselves. We made 14,000 there. That's not going to do it. There we go. You made some money and then cost me 2.5 million. Brilliant. But there we go. Yeah, so there you go. That's what you can expect to see. Metroliners from floor to ceiling. Unless I decide to break my own rules and allow trains from different nationalities. Right, where am I? This is Frenchton. Okay, Frenchton's an important city on this route, and we don't have any internal transit going on. So I think we'll fix that. Look at the size of this place. It's pretty flaming enormous. We've got a bus stop over there that's unused. Right, well, let's plumb in a line, shall we? And I think it's going to be a tram. Likewise, I know these chaps are starting on a bit on the old side, so let's put some Mirages out on the Pacific routes, just simply because I'm passing. Mirage is a pretty good late game tram to play with. We can do the same in Rowan, because that's also out there in Europe. Which is what you get when you pronounce Europe as a single syllable word. Yes. Okay, good. Right, look, that's splendid. But we need something exciting to go on in Frenchton. Frenchton is a key city on this route because effectively we stop here 4 times on the Megaroute. So if I can drive more passengers to this here station, then we should see easy, I'm going to use some air quotes there, easy profitability. Right, give me a electric tram station. Is there space here? I think I'm having a laugh if I believe that there is space enough for one of those, so we're just going to have to do it this way. Right, we'll do both sides. There we go. Right, so I'm going to do the unthinkable, and we'll actually look at land use here. So we've got a mixed bag up front, but then huge amounts of industrial over there, followed by a bit of residential, quite a lot of residential. And then over the other side, there is housing over the other side, and they're connected by this tunnel. But that's not enough. I'm enough of risking profitability by tapping up routes that don't have population on them. Let's bang one over here. Likewise, I do need to rethink my principles in terms of skirting the outside of the town rather than kind of cutting through the most densely populated. So if we think about it, what I'm doing here is I'm going to go out like this, round there, up and round, and then what? I mean, this would be a good one to take in. If I'm not going to use that, I might as well bulldoze it. There you go. It's a good area, but I think we can do better. Yeah. See, if we come in here, there we go, and I am planning to run in both directions. That's the other notion that we're going to work off here, and then we'll swing down there. Any more? One more about here should do nicely. Okay, cool. So I'm going to need a brace of new lines, and we shall go like this. And we will trust in the game to stick it on the right side of the road. And that looks good. Right, so this is going to be French Alpha. Breaking my own name conventions, but I'm I can live with that. Right, Where are we going? We're 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. That's French Bravo. French Bravo. Right. Good. And then I am going to actually need to put some tram track down. You know, there's an ocean. Right. So I'll see if I can't get a bit of. You know, I'm going to bus lane this sucker as well, so that we can really get the most out of it. Bus lane, yes. Tram track, electrical. Right. Start there. Now, as much as keeping the route up while upgrading in this fashion is kind of helpful. Why have you done that? Don't really know. It does make it tricky to see where you've missed a bit. You know, it shows you exactly where you need to build your track, but if you miss a bit, then it doesn't really make any difference at all, because it's just not going to work. Terrain alignment collision. Brilliant. Go on, get that in there. Yes. Can we get a medium in here? We can get a medium in there. And a bit more. That all looks good. Right, up we go. I mean, and admittedly, upgrading road is not the most exciting thing you could be watching, but, you know, we don't do it very often, so, you know, I'm sure a little forbearance on your part will pay off in terms of having some rather splendidly glorious trams operating on this route very soon, yes. Okay, right, smashing. Actually, I could just look for the electrification would give away where I've hit and where I haven't, and this kind of modern pavement that we have rolling as well. Have I finished? Really? I chose a very strange place to start. Okay, now I'm confident. No, wait. None of this is done. There you go. See, you've made a what? How? Follow the route. Don't look at the road. Follow the route. See, I made a mess of this. I'm almost certain I've missed a bit there, and because you can watch my success rather than you know, see it through mine own eyes of spotting what we do spot. You'll be first to highlight. No, you missed up the load. Right, tram, let's go. Now, I think one in each direction for starters is not going to do it. I think we need to go a bit more upmarket than that. Where are we? Well, when 57. So these are already 14 years old. What about Pittsburgh, 1940? No. Collection of. So we've got two Danish numbers going on here. The MAN SL is, well, it's definitely European, and that has got a European look about it as well. All right, okay, well, it's the Toronto then, isn't it? There isn't anybody else who desperately wants the job. I mean, we could run the Mirage, but it's French, so let's not do that. Not that I've got anything against France. We'll run two in each direction. There we go. Let's not scrimp on this one. Set line, French. Hello. Interesting. Okay. Intriguing. Why will you not go onto the route that I just set up? Could it be because I set the route up when there wasn't any tram track there, so it thinks it's for buses? No, that doesn't make any sense. No, it doesn't make any sense. I've bought trams. We're connected up to tram track. I haven't missed any that I can spot. And if we close those, do that. Give this a bit of a flash. Tram. What are you doing in a depot? Let's sell it. Interesting. Oh, okay. Well, the things that show up when you're not really paying attention. Right, tram depot. Yes, that's what we've got here. Road. Okay, it thinks it's road. Why would it do that? Because there was no. All right, we're gonna have to just we'll just kill these off then. Right, let's try that again. 2 new lines. 1, 2. Interesting. I've not had that before. How baffling. Alright, 1, 2, 3, I guess. Almost certainly this one. 4. We know we stop at 7 in total. 5 and 6 and 7. Right? Yes. Okay, so this is going to be French Alpha. French Alpha, like that. And now we should be able to set both of these onto... not line 1. What? What? What's going on here? Add station. I must have... There must be a gap in the track then. There has to be a gap in the track. Right, before I build that in... Interesting. Okay, well, that gap that you spotted that you've been yelling at the screen about for the last 5 minutes, we're gonna have to track that down. Figuratively and indeed literally. Right. I am in Frenchton, right? Yeah, okay, good. Well, that's, that's a place to start. Okay, so yellow line is the route. And what we should see on the other side of the road is tram track. And that will demonstrate ably that there is tram track on both sides. Oh, this is... oh, no, hold on. Hello. How would you, sir, like a little more tram track in your house and or city? All right, let's see if it works now. French Alpha. Good. Get to work. Right, well, there you go. That took more effort than I was perhaps considering it should. And then, just for bonus points, we'll do our second line. We'll go 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, right, good. So this is French Bravo, Bravo, good. And then we'll buy another couple of chaps to go on here. You two, come on, come with. Set line, French Bravo, off you get to work. Right, good. Meanwhile, Frenchton itself has actually got 145 waiting for the Megaroute now. So I don't know if that is coming as an organic build-up now that train speed has increased. Or, no, I don't have another reason why that might be. But regardless, that's pretty positive, that one. And because this is just, so it's kicking out right now, we should see a bit of a swift pickup on the Richmond Road stop. Now, I'm not going to group it. All of you group aficionados who say, "Oh, you should totally group that with your station." I'm over it. I'm not going to. I like to keep things separate so we can see where it's performing well enough without having to check the main station. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. In reality, it's because once upon a time I grouped a station with a stop. Wanted to upgrade the station, so deleted it and it crashed the game. And that was what we in the trade call a repeatable error. Yeah, we've got some numbers happening here. Tell me this is a big profitable one. $500,000 for that. The Megaroute is about to make mega bucks. In fact, it may already be doing so. How's the... see, there's already some popularity going on here, and they want to go in both directions. Oddly enough, paying attention to where people might actually want to go appears to be working. Let's have a look. Where are we? July, so we're just over halfway, and we're just over halfway profits-wise as well. Well, never mind. We shouldn't have too much in the way of expense this year. I spent $1 million on trams. the hell's wrong with me? Who spends $1 million on trams? But here we go. So income over the last couple of years, 66, 67, 67. And this year, I think we break that number because the Megaroute is really starting to pick up in terms of numbers. And we only look at income because obviously costs are always going to go up until you make, you know, a large amount of replacement vehicles available because, you know, it gets more expensive to run your system year in, year out. We were up 1.9 million there ever so briefly. Yeah, see, I think we'll do it. I think this will be good. You've only got 12 on you. Actually, the last train wasn't that far long ago. We're going to hold both of you guys. Hold on. We're going to give you just a minute. We'll let whoever's ahead of you just have a little bit more of a head start. Right, good. Meanwhile, I shall wrap up. Frenchton is a magnificent station. I should spend more time here, really, but I have other fish to fry. Next time around, what shall I do? We're gonna look at phasing steam out wherever it still exists. In fact, I'm not even certain it exists in that many places. So be sure to tune in for that. And a subscription on your part will help ensure that you don't miss it. Meanwhile, please chuck a like on this video if you did enjoy it, and I'll catch up with you very soon. Thanks very much for watching. Let's get you rolling. Yep, zip, go. Yeah, that could have been more seamless, but, you know, it's seamless enough. Let's go there. This has been the Metroliner episode. I've been Colonel Failure. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.